I didn't ask for this. I don't know how I got in this spot.
What is happening?
Well, I'm screwed.
Oh, no.
That's
Because, yes, I am.
Well,
Yes, I am.
you're the victim of a nice gesture.
A victim. That's true. I'm a victim.
Okay.
Okay, let me ask you a question. If
Yes.
somebody brings you something to try
Yeah.
and
Okay.
say, "Oh, this is so good. I really want you to try this," and your only response is basically to say what you like it, because you can't say you don't like it.
All
if
right.
they like it so much that they bring it for you to try,
Yeah.
how can you not like it?
Well, it also depends on who it is.
Well, I can tell you who it is.
Who?
My girl Emily
Oh, God.
has brought me something to try.
Oh.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered, except for that part.
Looking for the after party with it going.
The show's after show starts now.
Dora, I can't continue with the podcast until you fix your hat.
Your
What
hat
happened?
is
It's
a
up in the
lot.
back. It's the weirdest looking thing I've ever seen. in my
Yeah,
life.
Oh,
let's
man.
work on that real quick.
There, now I can
All
continue.
right.
Now I can
There we
continue.
go.
I was
There we
so
go.
distracted.
There we go.
Sorry.
It looked like a Ranger's hat or something.
It did.
A Forest Ranger's hat. Okay.
Okay.
So I don't know how this began, but I think what happened was I was in Emily's studio, like warming up food or something.
Okay.
And Emily asked me, this is such an Emily thing.
What?
Do you, Eddie? Do you have a go-to pesto?
Now, was this morning that she...
No,
No.
this was weeks ago.
Weeks ago, yeah.
weeks
Maybe
ago.
even a
Oh,
month
yeah.
or two
I mean,
ago.
this is a long
Yeah.
time ago.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
Randomly asked me
go-to?
if I have a go-to pesto.
Are you supposed... I mean, I'm not a cook, so are you supposed to have a go-to pesto?
No, not necessarily.
Okay,
I mean,
I
if
did-
you cook, she knows I cook with pesto. I mean, I wouldn't say often, but enough to where it wasn't that crazy of a question. But
Okay.
still, I mean, just out of the blue, when
Yeah.
things
What?
pop into her. I think you were making something with pesto that night.
Yeah. Yeah, I really honestly don't even remember.
I don't either.
It was pretty random.
It
though.
was very
She
random.
just loves to,
Okay.
Oh, lots of chatting.
And I said, well, kind of, actually. It's interesting. My dad's a big cook.
Yeah.
And he always had a go-to pesto. And if we were going to go store-bought, this is the one that he always used. But they don't sell it down here. We're originally from up north in Gilroy, and they only sell it up there. So what my dad does is every time either he goes up there to visit the family or he has family members buy it from there and then ship it to him.
Wow, that good.
And then he freezes it.
Oh.
It's good. But I don't, I mean, I've had other store-bought pestos. I mean, they're not that drastically different.
Like,
I mean,
I find, and the reason that I think that I asked Eddie this is because I can't find one. Like, pesto's at the store.
Oh, no.
Fuck off.
Holy shit. How do you do it, man?
Why don't you
Pestos,
just
and
make
Eddie,
one?
you kind of agreed with me a little that yes. But when you want to go buy pesto, they kind of taste like shit, to be honest. Like, even the Bartolo, like those brands, of the big brands, I don't think they taste
doctor
good.
up this is pesto talk for everybody. I doctor up
This
my
is what I've been
pesto.
trying
Yeah,
to
Eddie told me
avoid.
about how he doctors his up
I add
to make
more
it better.
garlic and salt and butter and cream and all that stuff.
Okay.
But it's hard to get it so it tastes like
That's the only thing you heard.
a delicious pesto you have at a good pasta place.
Delicious one.
You know what I mean?
It's so hard to find a good pesto.
Unless you make it yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
And so she was asking me, do you have a go-to? And that's the story I told.
Okay.
And that was pretty much the extent of said conversation
Yeah.
until this morning.
Okay.
And whenever this
Oh,
happens,
God.
it's a nightmare. When I will go in,
Yeah.
I always have a document that I leave in Emily's studio, and I'll go and I'll get my bottled water that I have in the refrigerator.
Do you dread it every morning?
Some days, yes. Some days, it's a kind of a look over the shoulder smile.
Oh, okay.
And then that's all I'll get. And I'm like, whew, okay.
Thank God.
Really dodged a
God.
bullet.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Okay.
But then there's morning like this morning.
Oh,
when
no.
Emily addresses me.
Uh-oh.
And
Chatty Emily.
I'm not ready for it.
Chatty Emily.
I'm not. It's 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for it.
I
I've
turn-
I've
I
spoken
turn
to
my chair.
nobody.
I turn my chair around.
Oh, you
Yes.
whip it around.
Whips it around.
So
Guys,
good.
guess what? I have something for you.
Oh.
my
And I'm
God.
like, dude, whatever it is.
I
no,
would
thank you.
fucking kill myself.
Kill yourself.
If I had to deal with that.
Nice.
I have to go in there and put my breakfast in the fridge.
Oh, yeah, every
and
morning.
it's just like, don't talk to me. I just want to put my fucking breakfast in the fridge. Then I got to go to the printer. Then I come back in here.
Yeah.
That we'll eventually talk. But having to deal with turnaround, guess what?
Guess what?
Ooh, this could go a
And I'm
zillion
like,
ways.
oh man,
Yeah.
what do we got over here?
Yep.
God.
And I said, what is it? She takes out her whatever Target bag, and she has 2 different Tupperwares in there. One is her breakfast that she has
Fart
prepared
eggs.
herself, yes,
Oh, so far.
and the other is a circular, smaller Tupperware.
Okay.
Oh.
And she goes, I brought you some pesto. This is the pesto that I like, and I want you to try it. And I'm like, what? Huh? Like,
Are you
what?
cooking with pesto soon?
No.
Oh.
In fact, Thor, it's going to be an issue. So she hands me this Tupperware full of pesto,
Well, why not?
and I go, I don't know what I'm going to do with this thing.
Well, why not have leftovers of what you made with the pesto?
I sort of thought that's what she was going to give me.
That would
for
make
like a
sense
taste.
oh yeah, for like a taste. Hey, this is like the I don't know what you pesto's like the pasta with
Yeah.
pesto I made.
Yeah.
Do you want? I brought it for you to try a little bit,
Right.
see if you like it.
That would be cool.
But just bringing the pesto sauce.
So now I have to figure out
Can
within
you
the
eat with a
next
spoon?
week or so I have to make a dish with pesto that I wasn't planning on making to try this sauce.
That
she
is
wants me to
pretty
try.
wild.
The jar that I buy has a shelf life, it says, of a couple months. So I give it's perfectly fine in the fridge.
But what if he didn't
for
want
like
to eat
2
anything
weeks?
with pesto anytime soon? What if he's over pesto lately?
May
You
I
don't
speak
just-
or are you done yet? May I speak or
You
are
don't
you
just
done
bring
yet?
the leftovers?
Well, I don't. I have the whole week planned out as far as like what I'm gonna make. Pesto wasn't on the menu,
Oh.
and so I
Yeah,
feel
I've
weird.
heard through the grapevine that you're over it.
Well, I have weird feelings about a pesto in a Tupperware sitting in my fridge for over a week. Like that kind of grosses me out. I
I'm
know
with
she
you.
says months, but
Yeah.
not
I
me.
mean,
I'm not doing that.
I wouldn't leave it months,
After
but I'm
it
saying
opened.
it says that.
I
After it's
understand.
open, a couple weeks.
Closed, I might wait a couple of months.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
Open.
Open in Tupperware.
They normally give you
Yeah.
like 7 days.
Oh,
but you
mold.
That
So-
freaks me out.
Mold.
That freaks me out.
Mold.
Now I got to figure out.
Yeah.
I got to make something, I guess, with this thing.
Yeah.
And I guess say I like it. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't come in and be like, it wasn't my favorite.
Eddie,
I-
I've had her cooking.
Okay, we're not going. We're not talking about the
I can
fucking
almost,
meatloaf.
I can almost guarantee.
Pesto on a meatloaf?
I wish it would have had it. Would have had some flavor. I wish it would have had that flavor.
Oh, shit.
Any flavor.
Oh my God!
I can almost guarantee. It's probably
I'm not gonna like it.
great, but you have to tell her.
I gotta imagine
don't-
this is a Trader Joe's pesto.
No, it's from Costco, and I've searched far and wide for a pesto that is somewhat decent enough. Is this the way that it tastes at a Busalaki restaurant in Little Italy? No, I'm not saying it's
shout
that
out.
good. I'm not
Shout
saying.
out.
Dropping names.
I'm not
Easy,
saying
Little
it's that
Italy.
good.
Okay,
But I'm
okay.
saying,
Wow.
after our pesto conversation, I think this is similar. So now when I gave it to you this morning, I had thoughts in my head, and I even said, if you can't cook with it then, stick your little thumb in it or pinky in it, and you could at least taste it.
Ew.
Just taste the pesto. Because you'll notice it tastes like good pesto.
At 5:30 in the morning, you want to dip your pinky in some pesto?
no, I don't.
Can I have my
don't
coffee
wanna-
first?
Yeah.
I don't want
can
to do that.
No,
I don't want
no.
to do that
Yeah.
at all.
No.
Yeah, I don't understand really. And here, this is what if I really wanted her to try something that I buy as a product, I'd buy her the bottle. Like, just
Another
get a
great
bottle and give
Another
it to
great
her.
point.
It's
I
not
don't understand.
$13.
It's like she's poured it in. She poured it in a
gonna go
small
broke.
Tupperware too. And like I got 4 people in my household. I don't think it's gonna I can't make a pasta with this
No,
tiny
you
little
can't.
bit
You
of
got
sauce.
plenty.
Or
Oh, it's not enough
That's
for
plenty.
a full dish.
I don't think it is.
That's plenty.
I don't think it is.
You can't do that.
Maybe do it as a side with some chicken or something.
Oh, now you're planning my meals for me.
You
Okay.
can figure this out, Eddie.
This whole thing has caused a lot of more stress in my life than I really want there to be.
Well, so all morning long, there has been talk going on.
Pesto talk?
Pesto talk. And Thor and I have been doing our best for
I don't wanna-
hours
I don't blame him.
to
be
not
involved.
engage.
I don't want to engage.
Really?
I don't want to
Really?
engage.
Like-
I
Look
don't
at her
want to be involved in this
attitude.
Really?
conversation.
Look at this.
Normally, when something like this happens off the air, one of us will be like, "Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
What's happening?" No,
You
like,
ask no questions.
Both of
They
us
haven't asked any
Yeah.
questions.
No, we are
Just press
staying
it
the
up.
fuck away from this
I
one.
mean, I think
Just be
Eddie's
happy
being-
she didn't bring in any meatloaf for you, Eddie.
Hey,
Well, because all morning, all I'm hearing her is now trying to like tell you how to make it, right? Like
or you know, like that I will love it and all that. And
the pressure.
So what am I supposed to do with that?
If you don't like it, I would like you to tell me the truth. I promise. I want you to tell me the truth.
We had Joe Bastianich from MasterChef on today. I wanted to ask him his thoughts on what I should do about this fucking pesto, but we ran out of time, unfortunately, with Joe.
Yeah.
no, Emily's
I
put
feel
you in
like
a corner.
he would taste the pesto.
Oh, yes, what?
Look at the fork and then just throw the fork down.
Rude.
That's how Joe is.
He'd love it.
He doesn't give a
See,
shit.
I
love
feel
it.
like Joe would see it in the Tupperware and be like, "Where's the bottle?"
Thank you.
And then
Scott.
just throw the Tupperware.
Fucking
and just
$14,
Now
bro.
it went up.
Oh,
Went
yeah,
up a
it's
dollar.
Yes, inflation.
Inflation. Yeah, that's crazy. This pesto, I have a feeling, is it's gonna be a curse for me.
So you don't think this is the end of it?
I mean, I guarantee you, it's not
You
until
can figure out a meal to make from now until next week.
Don't do it.
I'm just gonna.
Then she
I'm
would-
just
You
gonna
like
tell her I like it.
pesto!
I'm just gonna tell her I like it.
You like pesto?
Just lie, bro. Just say
Okay.
it was great.
Can you stop screaming pesto at me, please?
Say you made a lovely gnocchi and put it on there.
Yeah,
It was,
there you
it was
go.
so
Okay,
good.
it was-
It was
there you
so
go.
The
good.
whole family
It was
loved
the
it.
I'm
best.
texting your wife. I'm
no.
gonna ask her. Oh, I'm asking her.
Oh my God, this pesto.